MagSafe wallets were one of the first key uses of MagSafe when it was introduced on iPhone 12, but subject to scrutiny because of the lack of magnetic strength and of course the fear that you would lose everything that you love with just a single swipe. But fast forward 2 years later, there's now a bunch of competitors on the market, all of which have improved over time. I mean, take Apple for example with their brand new re-released MagSafe wallet with Find My integration. So we're taking a look at 5 of the top MagSafe wallets that you should be considering if you're looking to buy. Use the chapters down below to jump to a specific side-by-side comparison, or jump to the summary at the very end. Now this video is sponsored by both Ekster and MagBak, but that of course helps to keep these lights on. It does not influence my review of these comparisons. So taking a look at the wallets, we've got ESR, Ekster, Spigen, MagBak, and of course Apple, each with their own unique form factor, card capabilities, and functionality. So starting with ESR here, this is part of their Halo Lock lineup, and you can see the ESR Slate branding here. This is made of vegan leather. On the back, we've got the MagSafe and the aligner magnet as well. But opening this thing up reveals a really posable stand, 2 more card slots, and an ID card slot. So overall, this thing really handy. You can hear that nice click when it actually closes as well, and the nice slot here for the cards as well as that. So overall, really strong build quality. Next up, taking a look at Ekster, and this is a really premium brand and one that's kind of new to the market, or at least new to me. Completely made of leather as well. It's got 2 card slots, and look at how absolutely thin this thing is. They quote out that this is as thin as 2 credit cards, and that's all. So definitely the thinnest on the market. You've got the Ekster branding here, and the card slot very similar to Apple. Next up, we've got Spigen, and I've reviewed this one on the channel before just for its polished design. It feels very rugged and very premium. It's also pretty thin as well. On the back, we've got the same grip to get those cards out, but then it actually folds open into this sort of tri-fold look where it can stay put as a stand. And on the back there, you're actually revealing 2 full card slots here, and that can flip around and magnet to the back there as well if you wanted it to. So really low profile, very slim, and very premium materials feeling on this one. So then taking a look at MagBak, you can see already this finger loop for better grip, something none of the others have if you wanted to hold this thing really handy. On the back, we've got the MagBak branding. All of this is going to be that leather finish, which is just really premium. You've got the slot to get cash out, and then on the back, revealing this is actually to get your cards out. If I open this up, you can actually see 2 different slots there. The one on the left is actually for your cash, and the one on the right is for fitting up to 6 cards into this thing. So overall, a really premium finish, and for 6 cards, it's actually still pretty slim. And next up, of course, we have Apple. Very simple, very minimal, still made of leather. It's got the cards that just slide out just like that, and then the subtle Apple branding. Not much more to say about this one. Now making our way through magnetic strength, we've got the ESR one right here. It's got, again, the magnet and the aligner magnet as well. And then we have my iPhone 13 Pro Max. And you can see that is really stuck on. It's really firm. I'm not afraid that it's actually going to fall off of here at all. I would say this is extremely strong. No surprise given that the ESR lineup is always really strong. Next up, we've got Ekster. And you can see here, again, aligner magnets. And it just slides right in there. And it's very, very slim. You can see that low profile here. It's almost non-existent. And with this, you can easily kind of slide it off, but it does have quite a bit of magnet. You can see as it lines up here, it just clicks right into place. So you don't have to be afraid that this is going to fall off. It actually does feel as strong as the ESR. Next up, we've got Spigen here. Again, the tri-fold stand. And this one, I don't know if you can even hear it, but that's not quite as strong as the other ones. It does kind of feel like it can just slide off. Overall, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Next up, we've got MagBak here. And again, this one's designed to actually work with a MagBak case, but putting it on without one, a little better than the Spigen one that we just tried out, but it could definitely be stronger, and it is much stronger if you're using the MagBak compatible case, because that actually has reinforced magnets to make this even better. So next up we have Apple, and it snaps on nicely. It does show that animation, but overall, it's really not that strong, and you can kind of just like move it around. It does have the aligner magnet, but it just doesn't really want to click in perfectly. Overall, that one I would say is the least strong out of all of these, which is really surprising given it's Apple and you're used to it being a stronger quality. So if we're keeping tabs, it goes ESR and Ekster as the absolute strongest. MagBak, if you're using a case, is pretty comparable to those, but without, I would say these two are kind of second place runner-up, and Apple ultimately being the least strength out of all of them. So next up, we're testing the total number of cards that you can fit into each of these. So starting with ESR, you can see we've got one card slot on the back, and then opening it, we've got two more here. Now, because this thing actually closes, the total amount that you're actually going to want to fit in here is just two of them. So we're going to fit one, and then one more there. And that's about as far as you want to go. Any more and it won't fully close correctly. But then on the back, you can actually fit a total of two cards. You can see them both doubled up here into the back with no problems. It gets a little bit tight, but it can definitely be done for a total of 4 cards. Any more than that and you're sacrificing the hinge here where it's not fully closing, or it's just not going to work here until it's really broken in which case you might be able to fit one more, but generally I would advise 4. So next up we've got Ekster here. So you can see 2 card slots here. They recommend up to a total of 3. So let's see. We've got one in there, one more here, and you can see it's still relatively thin here. And then lastly, we're going to add one more here. And it's pretty thick, but you can see it does actually work here without hurting anything about it. So I would say yes, a total of 3, and it remains pretty slim here, like you can see. And to get them out, you can slowly slide those out, and then these ones you can just simply pull. Really easy to use. Next up, we've got Spigen here, which again, you have to unfold this to actually reveal those 2 card slots. And then on the inside, we're going to go with one on the back here, one more on the inside. And because it's so thin, you can't really fit another one very nicely in here. And even if you do, that's 3. It's just kind of popping out a little bit. So like they recommend on the site, I'm going to say go with 2 of them, and that's just going to make this work much, much better. Next up, we've got MagBak. So this is kind of one of the more exciting ones. Like I said, if you open it, and you can see here, we've got a cash compartment on the left and the card compartment on the right. So not only can you fit the most cards, but you can also fit cash. So we're going to go with a total of 6 here. I'm going to set that down. And you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards, one of which is kind of thick here. And the ultimate test is adding them in. There's 6 cards. And there you go. You can see it's very thick, but all 6 cards fit in here without any issues whatsoever. So really impressive. If you want the max cards, I'm already going to tell you, this one's the winner, MagBak. And then last up here, we have the Apple Wallet. So this one, again, very plain and simple, very slim. And we're going to fit as many as we can here. It quotes out 3. And next we've got the second one. Next we're going with a third. And those all slide in really easily, probably easier than the rest of them actually. We're going to try a 4th one here. And no, that one doesn't actually quite fit. So they are correct. It's only going to fit up to 3 cards here. Then you can just slide them all out, no problem. So in terms of thickness, you can see side by side, the ESR is the thickest at 8mm, Ekster is the slimmest at 1.52mm, Spigen is somewhere in the middle around 5.33mm, MagBak is matching ESR at 8mm, and Apple falls closer to the Spigen around 5.33mm. Now I know we've just went through a lot of different details and comparisons, but here's a quick summary to help you understand which one is right for you. You've got the total number of card slots with ESR in the lead, but the total number of cards in those slots, the winner goes to MagBak. Build quality and durability, I thought there would be a clear winner, but they're all made with craftsmanship and I can't really fault any of them. So that one's even across the board. Instead, focusing on more specifics like magnetic strength, that goes to ESR and Ekster in a 2-way tie. They're quoted to be 20% stronger than the Apple Wallet. Thickness is awarded to Ekster with the slimmest 1.52mm wallet, which is just incredibly thin, especially in comparison to that ESR wallet at 8mm thick. Now, the approximates that you're seeing on screen are actually not listed publicly on their website, but I made some assumptions based on the current ones in the lineup. For unique features, the ESR wallet has a flip format with an ID card slot window inside and one of the strongest magnets in the market. Ekster is the slimmest wallet and also matches ESR with that magnetic strength. Spigen includes a trifold stand and a polished design that's both slim and functional. MagBak has a built-in finger loop for better grip. It holds the most cards and it has the strongest connection and stand functionality, but only if you use the MagBak compatible case. If you don't, then you're losing some of that magnetic strength and that stand functionality altogether. Without that case, it's just not quite as strong as ESR or Ekster. Finally, Apple comes with built-in Find My integration, and the obvious one, it's built by Apple. So you're getting that brand recognition, that strong build quality, but of course all of that comes at that premium price. In terms of price, they're all shown in order of cheapest with ESR to the most expensive with Apple. No surprise there. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, there are some clear winners here based on the functionality that you actually care about. So first up, if you want the most cards to carry, then the obvious choice is MagBak. If you want stand functionality, I would say ESR has the best stability on the market. If you really care about strong magnets, you either want ESR, Ekster, or MagBak, but again, MagBak with the case, not by itself. If you want the slimmest, go with Ekster. And if you want a simple wallet with no extra functionality, just the MagSafe capabilities and strong magnets at that, a slim portfolio, only a few cards that you're holding, and a relatively low price, then I would say the clear balance between all of it is Ekster. And then if you don't care about the thickness and you want to hold more cards and you want the stand, then ESR is the best value out of all of them. Now, if you do want any of these, I'll leave links in the description down below. If I missed anything in this comparison, let me know that in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.